Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. I got a bunch of updates for you today, so let's get on with the show. The first topic of the day is George Clooney making Buck Rogers. I don't know if you guys remember this 70s show. I think I barely watched it because, that's a little bit older than me, but I did get to see a bit of it because my uncle had like tapes of just a bunch of different sci-fi action adventure, horror, and it was just, I got a load of all that stuff. So, but neato news, George Clooney as Buck Rogers. It might happen as Clooney boards Legendary's Prestige limited series as exec producer and eyeing it as a potential starring role. Of course, as of yet, it doesn't say if it's going to look like the old Buck Rogers or it's a new retelling of Buck Rogers. Not sure. And then I'm pretty sure George Clooney will probably star as Buck Rogers, because, he's still looking good. The last time Rogers was prominently on screen was in the late 1970s with NBC's short-lived series Buck Rogers in the 25th century that starred Gil Gerard and Aaron Gray. The series introduced a robot sidekick named Twiki and a talking computer named Dr. Theopolis. All right, what's the next topic is going into horror. Apparently, Jared Leto and Darren Aronofsky are making a horror movie called Adrift. This is coming from comingsoon.net by Mandatory. But it is based on Adrift, is based on a short story by the same name written by Koji Suzuki, author of Ring, so it's going to be creepy, and published in the short story collection Dark Water. The story is set in the dead calm of the open sea, where a fishing boat discovers an abandoned yacht with a strange distress call. A deckhand agrees to take alone control of it while it's towed into port, but he soon discovers why the rest of his more experienced crew members call it a ghost ship. Another ghost ship movie. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of horror movies as of late, a lot of short horror films as well. And you can't get away from that Japanese horror, like the long-haired girl. It really, that's some creepy stuff. And so Jason Blum is at it again in another produced project, and now with an acclaimed director like Darren Aronofsky, and of course Jared Leto starring it. This could be one of those big winners so far. So Adrift, that sounds scary. And I think if you're a horror fan, this should pretty much excite you. All right, well, let's get into some comic book news. The first topic of that is Tim Drake has been cast in Titans Season 3. I did cover a little bit of Tim Drake and how Omri K at Vulcan Reporter had said that Tim Drake was already cast for a while now and things like that. Well, now it's being announced from DC Titans on Max. Casting announcement from the shadow of the Bat. A new hero arrives to join Season 3 of DC Titans. Please welcome, I can't say that name, I'm sorry, Jay Lycurgo as Tim Drake. And so who is this individual? Well, it's actually this guy right here. Yeah, he's actually in the Batman movie. So I don't think this actually connects to the Batman. I think that he's just started in that as a thug, and now he gets to be actually Robin in Titans Season 3. Now, there's a lot of characters in Titans Season 3, including the Titans themselves. And there's definitely a lot of Robins going around. I think Kieran Walters is not going to be Robin in that. Well, I think he'll be Robin in the beginning. Something happens. We all know what happens. And then he turns into Red Hood. And of course, Dick Grayson is no longer Robin. He is now Nightwing. And so they need a new Robin. And Timothy Drake is going to be that new Robin. But something interesting was going around was that Ryan K. Potter, who plays Gar, said this: whatever, proud biracial human. And someone asked, anyways, what about Gar's storyline in Season 3? And he kind of laughed. He said, storyline? And he laughed. So really showing right there that there is quite a ton of characters in here. And I don't know if they're going to have time for every character to have their own storyline. So definitely I think Gar, or Ryan, is trying to say here that he's going to be kind of thrown to the side once again. And I don't know who else will be thrown aside to make room for, because, we got Barbara Gordon now. We got the Red Hood storyline. Starfire, apparently she's having her storyline with Blackfire. And also now Timothy Drake. Do we have time for Gar? Connor? Anybody else? I don't know. It seems like some of the cast members are maybe not too happy with where they're going with this, right? So we'll see what happens with that. In other comic book hero news, Ryan Reynolds teases Deadpool 3 with Logan? What? Ryan Reynolds said this: "It's critical to have open, honest, and healthy discussions around mental health. By retweeting #BellLet'sTalk, you can make a difference. In case that's not enough, before Disney bought Fox, Deadpool 3 was going to be a road trip between Deadpool and Logan, Rashomon style, for real." What? That's crazy. That would have been cool if true. Deadpool 3 was going. Finally, they've been hinting at being in the same movie forever. Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, they have great chemistry. Anybody from DC even would have loved to seen Deadpool and Wolverine together. Why hasn't that happened? Well, apparently it was going to happen before Disney bought it. And Rashomon style, that's coming from Akira Kurosawa. If you're not familiar, look it up. It's a great story where each character is going on trial to tell their side of the story, and none of them actually are telling the right story until these two peasants actually know the real truth about what actually happened. But it's a great, like, a murder, and it's got some supernatural elements. I don't think that's what he meant by that, but I think maybe Deadpool and Logan go on an adventure, and they each tell their version of the same story. And I think that would have been really exciting, really funny as well, but also a pretty cool Deadpool movie. Now, is he just joking? Well, when Screen Rant put out that he's most likely joking, though, Ryan Reynolds says, "I'm not." And so I'm just wondering, this has really, this is affecting him, I think. I think he really wanted this to happen. He's definitely wanting Hugh Jackman to come in on Deadpool 3. Does this mean that he's having difficulty right now over on Marvel Cinematic Universe getting this to happen? As they thrown away that storyline, that Deadpool 3 story, and doing something else entirely? I don't know. I mean, I hope not. I hope this is kind of instigating something, just like how he kind of instigated for Deadpool to actually come out to say, hey, let's get this thing together. Obviously, the fans love it. The fans want it. But I think that would also make it like, okay, well, Hugh Jackman got to come in on as Wolverine. And there were casting rumors, that he is in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness as Hugh Jackman or as Wolverine. I don't know. But if there's anything Disney can do, is put out more money. And if more money is needed to make this happen, then please do it, because that would be awesome. I think that would be, once you just threw that out there, that Deadpool 3 was supposed to be like that, how can we not think in our heads now that what we expect Deadpool 3 to be now? Now that you said that's what it's supposed to be, we're kind of like, well, now we kind of want it. You know what? I mean, just come on, Kevin Feige. Now we kind of want a Deadpool 3 to be that. Deadpool and Logan on a road trip together, Rashomon style. Come on. This has got to happen now. I mean, he's clearly putting this out there to stir, to gaslight, to make sure the fans say, hey, I kind of want that. So if you're going to try to shove something else down our throats for Deadpool 3, we're going to remember what Deadpool 3 was supposed to be. And we're going to probably, most likely, going to want that version. So we're going to want what Ryan Reynolds wants. And I think you can all agree. Deadpool and Logan in the same movie, that's what we've wanted. That's what we wanted. Come on. That's what we want. Right? So But man, I hope that happens. I mean, if Kevin Feige is really ready to do a rated R Marvel movies, and maybe even giving Ryan Reynolds a little bit of some creative freedom on that, then come on, bring in Hugh Jackman already. All right, let's go to a potentially big spoiler for Mechagodzilla in Godzilla versus Kong. I mean, we already kind of know that. We've seen it in the trailer. Everybody's talking about it. Yes, but there is a new look at Mechagodzilla from Godzilla versus Kong. It's a toy, but just in case, if you don't want to see this at all, please go to the next chapter on the timeline here. If you don't see it on here, the next chapter, look in the description. There should be time codes. Just go to the next chapter. Okay? Are you still here? You sure? You sure you want to see this? Okay. All right. So this is actually revealed by Meg, Wonder Meg. Thank you so much for pointing this out. But here it is. These are the Funko Pops for Godzilla vs. Kong, and you do see that one dude on the side right there. It says Mechagodzilla. Oh boy. So he really is in the movie. I mean, I knew he was in the movie. Everybody knows he was in the movie. But he's right there. Mechagodzilla. Finally, right there. Looking pretty cool. And I gotta thank you, Sam Parkamento, for blowing it up so we can all see. Definitely different than what we're used to, but you can definitely tell that is Mechagodzilla. Now, I'm still on the theory that Kong is not actually fighting Godzilla. He's fighting Mechagodzilla in disguise, just like in Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 1970s. 1974, that actually happened, right? Godzilla, Anguirus was fighting Godzilla, hit his arm, saw the metal, and, we find out later that that's not Godzilla. That was actually Mechagodzilla, and the aliens were trying to frame him. So what I'm thinking is, Dr. Serizawa's son, like in my video, if you want to check that out, I can link it up there. But that he not happy with Godzilla, so he develops Mechagodzilla, make it look like Godzilla, frame Godzilla, and that's what his goal. He's the bad guy, right? So that and that's something that will probably be in the movie. I don't know. I mean, that's just my theory, but it makes sense because Godzilla's been a good guy this whole time. Like, what happened, right? Why is he destroying cities? They kind of made that clear in the trailer, and they showed the thing. They showed Dr. Serizawa's son in the background. You see the thing. So it's kind of like, okay, that's already a given. So how does it come about? How does it come around? Are people going to feel like it's a cop-out? I don't know. But this is not new because there were other toys as well. For you enthusiasts who've been following this already, this has been revealed like a year ago. This toys here, where you have Godzilla vs. Kong toys, and they do see Mechagodzilla right there. So absolutely, it looks great. It does look like an exoskeleton, seemingly something that could fit inside of all that skin and muscle. So that's what I'm going to go with. I don't know, but we'll find out. We're going to find out pretty soon, in 2 months' time, March 31st, though, because we have to move it because of Zack Snyder's Justice League, which Zack Snyder's Justice League deserves weeks, a week or at least week or two of just time to let it flourish, let the studio see all the metrics and see how that's working out. But before that, we have to finally finally just cheer and applaud that we finally meet the goal for this. So Wonder Meg, once again, thank you so much for putting this out. And you can still donate, by the way. But as of yesterday, let me see what it is now. But it did reach the goal of 50,000. I don't know if they got a little bit more after that. Let's see. All right, so it's got $296 more than 50,000. So this is awesome. This is great. Thank you to everybody who participated in this campaign by the Snyder family and pitch whatever they can. You still got time to donate if you want to, if you can afford it. Please do. This is an amazing achievement from the Snyder Cut movement, and this is why we fight. This is really why we fight. So, what a fantastic applaud to you all. This is amazing to see it raise this much, and we're still going. We need to hit that million. We're at over 500,000 right now in the AFSP. Let's do whatever we can so that they hit that $1 million mark. So that'll be fantastic. And I'll leave it at that, because I think maybe because of this, apparently, in a few hours, we're going to get some Zacktivation pretty soon. The marketing's going to start already. Yeah, I just said that. I said Zacktivation. People are calling it Zacktivation. I'm like, okay, Zacktivation? Yeah, that's what they're calling it, Zacktivation. Zack Snyder is going to be activating the marketing in a few hours. I don't know what he's going to drop. I have no idea. But apparently, he's going to drop something. And I'm going to be here for it. That means I'm going to have to wake up really early tomorrow morning, but it's worth it. It's worth it. So this show is going out early. It's probably earlier than you're used to, but please, this is kind of like me having to go through all the members' comments and questions, which I'm going to do right now to catch up on it. All right. Well, let's get right into it. Now, the first comment of the day, like I said, if you want to leave a comment or question as a member, please join down as a member down below. All right, the first comment or question from Nicholas Perdikas. Hello, Chris. When will HBO Max International take place? And the trailer of Snyder Cut comes in 31st of January. I don't know if the trailer is going to come in 31st of January. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's happening in a few hours. I don't know. I have no idea. But pretty much it's assumed. I can say soon, from now till when the movie comes out in March. But international, I don't know. I think they're slowly going through that. I think India, it's coming out in Brazil. It's coming out in India. So they're definitely this year they will try to boost that quite a bit. I would believe. Hardball Entertainment. Eric Blake, the first Sonic film was really provided a lesson for studios to follow. Didn't it? Listen to the fans, studios. There's money to be made when you listen to the fans. Yeah. Speaking of Peter Dinklage, I'd say he'd be perfect for Grumpy in the inevitable live-action Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, especially if they're going to have Grumpy, perhaps all seven, as a former soldier. Ooh. Another Snow White movie, though. I mean, we've seen a lot already, but yeah, why not? Geek Haven Jan 86 promo image for Godzilla vs. Kong Pops leaked. Mechagodzilla is included. Yes, and we just went over it. Also, this Autumn Snyder Tribute Fund has surpassed its goal, currently at 50,030. Goal was 50K. Yeah, we just covered that, and we just covered that. It just got a little bit more with room to spare. Lego Dinosaur, why does the room Jared is in look like a confinement or jail? I don't know. That's funny, though, but I have no idea. Brandon Hayes, the Air Cut is coming. It's just a matter of time. I just saw the clip from the new Suicide Squad film. It looks very interesting. I'm actually afraid that I might enjoy it, but I still prefer the Snyderverse. I still think that AT&T has an opportunity to do the right thing and continue the Snyderverse. I think that if there's a point where it becomes evident that there will be no Snyderverse continuation, the fans should then unsubscribe. I worry they are just stringing us along while giving us hope just to up their subs, and then they'll let us down later on. I think at a certain point, Zach's going to say that, hey, it's not happening, or hey, it may happen. So, hang in there. Frank Dabrowski, aloha, Chris. Even if Zack Snyder's Justice League is crazy successful with Walter Hamada still heading up Warner Brothers, Ray Fisher gets let go. Will Zack Snyder draw a line in the sand and not want to do JL2 and 3 on HBO Max? I stand with Ray Fisher. Outstanding show, my brother. Release the Air Cut. Stay gritty, healthy, outbreak free. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, even in that comic book debate, there's a fly, interview, he kind of almost put a drawn line in the sand, like he's not looking to continue, and he did that look. So I'm wondering if this is a push, like in a way just to force something to happen over on, the Warner Brothers side. Kevon Merrill. Hey, Chris, longtime listener, first-time caller. Since I know you love both, who would win in a fight between Monster vs. Godzilla and DCEU Superman? Does it change if Godzilla is nuke boosted? Thanks. I think Superman would still win because he's invulnerable. Godzilla can still die. Although I think he's more like Wolverine, where he'll heal fast, I would say. But nuking, I think, because if Superman's taken out or has kryptonite, and not have the yellow sun, then he can definitely get hurt. But there was a video going around, Superman versus Godzilla, I thought, and I think Superman still won. Or was that Goku? I don't know. But I think Superman would still win. Jesus. Saw Juanita Davis review the release of Snyder Cut book with several other Snyder fans. It's kind of insane. Do watch it. Worrisome. Oh, interesting. Okay. Now, I didn't get an early review, early book for a release of Snyder Cut. Sean never sent it to me. I guess I'm not worthy. But yeah, I'm going to have to wait with the rest of you guys to check that out and buy it online and wait for the order. So I don't know. All I can say is that usually when it's in terms of reviews and stuff, check it out for yourself and see how you like it. Don't count on someone else's opinion, because everything in terms of art and books or whatever, movies, are subjective. Shane S. Alman. I'm honestly bummed. I get paid furlough next Friday and was planning to buy a new shirt, but now Marchmates is stopping for now. Merchmates is stopping for now. Well, they're not stopping. If you already signed up, you're still on the list. And as we get more U.S. fans, then they will be providing for those international fans. They're just stopping people from signing up more. But if you're already on the list, then you're still on the list. I have managed to get a VPN and share HBO Max with my friend in America. Bring the hype. The bell cannot be unrung. Bowl of Vanilla Me. Can't they just move Godzilla vs. Kong to April? I thought there was something coming out in April. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's something that's beyond me. But March 31st, I guess that's okay. That's almost April. That's pretty much like one day into April. But I could have sworn there was something coming out in April, and that's probably why it can't. They have all those movies coming out in 2021, so they have to schedule it really well. Although they could have moved something to May where you use something else, but well. Kinky Sphinster. I'm glad Alicia is getting the sequel, man. I love that movie. Was heartbroken when they said it was on indefinite hold. Glad for the update. Haven't seen the writer-director series on HBO. I'm honestly surprised Alicia isn't a bigger name. Fell in love with her in Man from U.N.C.L.E. and Ex Machina. Yeah, I mean, she got an award. She got an Oscar and everything. Me too. I'm surprised that she's not getting more recognition. Or maybe she's choosing not to go. She's choosing her roles carefully. That could be the case as well. More than trying to, not. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think she's the type to be typecasted. So it's not like Daisy Ridley, who's also having a hard time as well. So I don't know how Hollywood, it's very interesting and very funny indeed. But I'm glad that she is getting her chance to be Tomb Raider once again. It seemed like she was really passionate about that, and deservedly so. So let's hope it's a good one, right? Manu Del Peck. One such Game of Thrones prequel had a pilot and they didn't pick it up. Hence the caution. Oops, sorry. I meant to heart that. Yeah. I remember what you were talking about. Yes, yeah. So it's even though it has the Game of Thrones brand on it, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a hit or a winner. But at least they're not stopping. I guess you could say they're not stopping. They're trying other ways, other stories to bring forth, and hopefully it continues. That's all we can say about that, right? All right, well, thank you so much for watching, because I am going to bed early. It is time for me to go bed because I want to wake up early for whatever Zacktivation is going to happen in a few hours. And so I'm going to be really excited for that. So like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of entertainment news and content, please click the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, keep this hot dog light on, and I'll see you next time.